Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Max's Perspective podcast. Nice to have you today. Today we are going to look at a topic about what do people in Western countries call their parents. And the reason we have this question or this topic is because I think it's confusing to some people in Taiwan, and it's confusing to me too, don't worry, is why do some children or teenagers call their parents by their first names? And we see this on TV and some movies. Yeah, it is quite weird, and it sounds kind of disrespectful, right? I don't think it always is. I think sometimes parents encourage their children to call them by their first names because it kind of helps the child to treat the parent as an adult and therefore sort of grow up a bit more and be able to talk to adults more properly. However, children also sometimes call their parents by their first name as a sign of disrespect. And like it's a way of saying, I don't respect you. I know a good example is if there's a stepfather or mother. So if somebody's parents get remarried, then the child usually doesn't like the stepfather or stepmother. So they call them by their first name, kind of like a disrespectful thing. This is in movies. To be honest, I haven't really seen this in my home country. People call their parents mom and dad. I did that. I still do that. So yeah, I think it's more maybe an American thing or a European thing. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I agree. I've definitely seen that on movies. I know what you're talking about, and it does seem weird. One more thing to talk about is what do we call our friends' parents? So if I went to my friend's house and his mom and dad were there, I would call them Mr. and Mrs. and then the surname. So hello, Mr. Jacobson, for example. Hello, Mr. Jacobson. Hello, Mrs. Jacobson. How are you today? That kind of thing. However, as we get older and turn into adults, much, much older, we can probably start to call them by their first names, and that would be fine. Kind of depends on your relationship and how you feel. Often parents have actually told me like, oh, please call me Gail, for example, or please call me and their first name. So they actually tell me what to call them. And here's your question for today. What's a classic example of when a child might call a parent by their first name? Is it A, when parents get divorced? B, when parents get remarried and there's a stepmom or dad? C, when a parent is angry with a child? Or D, is it when a child reaches an adult age that they call their parents by their first name? All right, good luck. That's all for today, folks. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about today's topic. Have you heard this before? Do you think it's strange that people in Western countries sometimes call their parents by their first name? Does this happen in Taiwan ever? Is there a similar situation or is it totally different? Let me know. I'd love to hear. All right. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to talk about in the future, just let me know that in the comments. Thanks very much. Bye.